Hi, welcome back to the Martini Shot. Today it's just me and Tom to talk about some script writing.
We're going to talk about writing your first script, what our kind of process is, how you get new ideas, and
Yeah, so we've got some exciting news for you at the end of the podcast, so if you stick around,
find out what's going on,
So how did you get into script writing?
How did I get into script writing? I've always liked the kind of writing part of everything. I loved English at school, loved books. I didn't read very many books, but I love books.
I love books. They look really
nice. They go on my shelf. But I like poetry and stuff. And I like kind of creative writing's really fun. And then just like doing a lot of films, I was like, writing's a really fun part of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I love like I loved Christopher Nolan a lot. I was like obsessed with him for a little bit because he does like loads of narrative. So like he does loads of narrative stuff. He does loads of narrative stuff. So like Memento, if you see Memento, it's like the most insane thing ever. You haven't seen Memento?
No. Stop asking
we should
me
do
if
Memento.
I've seen stuff.
Memento's like amazing, and like Inception's obviously insane. And
I
then,
have seen that.
You have seen Inception?
Yeah, I've studied Inception.
Yeah, but I was like obsessed with him for a while, and he obviously writes his own stuff with his brother, and I just really liked it. What about you?
Yeah. I don't really know, to be honest. So I've always been really into creative writing, like you.
Yeah.
I kind of fell into film, so I think I kind of fell into script as well. Like if you ever see any of my scripts, you'll know it's a novel.
No.
It's not really a script; it's a novel. That's my kind of vibe, really. I just I like.
Millie should be writing books.
Yeah, I look like I should be writing books.
You do right now, yeah.
But like, I want to read some more screenplays because I've kind of really got into reading again.
Yeah. No, I have as well. Over lockdown, I felt I read like a lot more than I have been before.
See, I
had
read
loads of time.
Articles.
I read Harry Potter.
Again. Cried over Harry Potter again.
Not appropriate.
I mean, true though.
Yeah, some stuff.
I started reading like articles for uni work.
Oh yeah.
Which
I like
sounds
research.
really
You really like research.
I love research, and then I thought, you know what, I'm gonna read some more books.
Yeah.
So I started reading some more books. Insert women don't need pretty here.
Insert Harry Potter.
So I think that's kind of how I've picked off on it again.
No, I've got got into it, and like I haven't read a lot of scripts. We're gonna come back to that later, but I haven't read a lot of scripts.
Spoiler.
I've got like but like I want to get more into that, and like I feel like you learn so much from just reading, and like even just reading anything. So even reading Harry Potter, I was like getting just into everything.
Kind of
I got really into it.
That character
from
it, definitely.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm reading a lot of, is it non-fiction?
Non-fiction is this one? Yes.
Yeah, I'm reading a lot of true stuff.
Yeah.
And that's quite fun. I mean, it's not overly creative, but it's quite fun. I
mean, it is. You can. Yeah.
I love research.
Someone's still written that. And like, yeah.
Book about bees.
Oh, it's a book about bees.
That's fun.
You told me about flags yesterday.
Oh my god, it's so good. What's it called?
I don't know.
Worth Dying for: The Power and
That's
Politics of Flags.
Crikey, that's
so interesting. Yeah. Also, if you're going to read
again.
that, watch a TED Talk about flag design. Yeah, if you're into research, you'll really enjoy.
Love it.
Yeah.
Well, that's a recommendation.
So that's fun.
Cool.
So what's your kind of process?
What's my process? I've like a lot of like when you see kind of writers talking in like interviews and stuff, it's often kind of this kind of like thing where it's kind of like there's a bit where it's like, oh my gosh, my process and stuff. But like I think everyone's got like a different way they go about creating anything, and I love writing on a pen and paper because old school lifestyle. Old school with a K.
That's a good point though. Like I hear a lot of people saying you need like a notebook for ideas.
Yeah.
I have one.
We're always told that, and
I have a special pen.
Oh, that's fun. I just have like an A4 notepad,
Yeah.
and like whenever I have an idea and I want to develop it into like more than an idea, I'll like have and I'll literally just get a piece of paper and like just fill the page with every like a film that's kind of like ideas and like characters and things like that. And when I fill the page, I feel ready that I can start like planning out a bit further. Yeah. What did you think a minute ago? You get in the shower.
So if I'm struggling for ideas, I have to have a shower.
Yeah.
I just go in the shower.
Yeah. Tea, I find tea really helps. Like just drinking tea.
Yeah, I have a
I like-
teapot, like
yeah,
a big massive
yeah, that's
teapot I
good,
take
yeah.
upstairs for me.
Yeah.
But that's after I've been in the shower and had an idea. No, like
Yeah.
I kind of stand in the shower and I get my idea, and then
And you cry a bit.
I dye my hair.
Yeah, and then you can't.
To be
You
fair,
get fringe.
this is literally
Last
script
night.
stress.
Last night.
Having
Yeah.
written a script in 2 days, and then
Yeah.
I was like, right, we need an outlet. Let's cut our hair.
So
I
I
mean-
feel a lot of ideas come like
Losing
naturally. I think what are you saying? They're like that's kind of why you carry like a notebook around. Is if you like have an idea when you're out and you're like, I've got to write this down or something. I use my phone notes quite a lot, and then also if I have a pad of paper, I'll just write stuff at like the top of the page or whatever.
The thing I find with phone notes is like it's all well and good, but
I
I'll write it down.
I
I'll never
literally have
pick it up.
700 notes, and I have like insane. Yeah.
I mean, half of them are a shopping list.
Yeah. I literally have shopping lists and then
Yeah.
just like horror in it. Well, yeah. Or,
Yeah,
like
like
random
it's.
stuff.
I don't find that very helpful.
Yeah.
I always just forget. I think sometimes if it's a really good idea, you won't
Mm.
forget it. But
That no, I saw Stephen King talking about that, and I was like, that's just not. I don't agree. Like I think everyone has. I don't want to out Stephen King, but like everyone has a different process, and he was just like, notebooks are stupid. You only get your bad ideas out, and I was like, Stephen King, that's mean.
What
But
might I
like,
do on notebooks,
you know,
Stephen?
maybe for him that's
Yeah.
You said it. You said you're right. Remember a good idea. You're not.
Yeah.
You're not gonna forget it.
I think
Um,
because I get quite. If I get an idea, everything comes very quickly.
Yeah. No, I
like-
find that.
Yeah.
And once you start writing stuff, you start like getting so, and you just like feel like
'Cause
whatever you're
even
doing
with-
on.
So at the moment in our course,
Yeah.
we're doing
Yeah,
this
yeah.
adaptation stuff, and I wasn't.
Yeah.
I just couldn't really get into it, and then something
As
just
soon as
clicked.
you have an idea, you just get an idea and then you just
Yeah.
run with it. And it's
The
really
light
good.
bulb moment.
Yeah.
Oh my god! I was like, wow! I love my characters. I love this.
Yeah.
This is brilliant.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, I'm doing this.
Yeah.
Like, I got really invested
That's
in it
good.
very quickly.
Yeah.
Which I think is why I think if it's a good idea, I probably.
If
would
it's a good
do it.
idea, you really get into it. Like I've had like ideas where you're kind of trying to, and it feels really forced, and you're like not really getting there. And that's just you just need to stop that.
Yeah.
Or like put it aside for a bit, come back on a different day.
I think that's a really good point. Is like there's a lot of pressure to just get it all down
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
finish it then and
Sometimes you take it slow. It's like
Yeah.
like over a few weeks, and then that's when you like write your first draft, your script, put it in the cupboard for a bit.
put it in the bin.
Put it in the bin, like put it in a drawer, and then like, take it out a week later, and then you'll
Look
do
at it.
that. Yeah. Should we talk about like writing our first scripts? And
Yeah.
stuff? So I mean, last year we did like scripts from our modules. That was the first script, like full script I'd ever written.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
It was the first one I'd done for animation as well because
Yeah.
if you know me, everything I write is
Only
for
speaks in
animation.
animation.
Everything
Yeah,
has a rabbit in it. Everything.
Yeah. No. I feel like we're talking to people like the viewer is people who maybe haven't written a script before, or maybe like if you're like a professional screenwriter, this is not your thing.
No,
This is not for you.
highly doubt professional
They're gonna be
screenwriters are
like
going to be
this.
listening
Yeah,
to
exactly.
2 second years talking
But
about
like
wow,
getting
this
your
is
first
my
idea out. and
process.
stuff. You like first ideas out, and just
Yeah, I think that was the really good thing about like script writing last year was we had so much freedom to do
Yeah, you
kind
could
of
just do
whatever we
anything.
wanted. So
Yeah.
with your first script, it's really nice to be able to really put yourself into it.
Yeah.
I know I definitely did with mine. Like it was quite personal, and it was really nice to just get it all down, get it all out, and then
Yeah.
have someone look through it and be like, okay, red pen this, red pen that,
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
actually learn a lot. You do learn a
I
lot.
know. I've been really scared to write because I'd love film for ages, but I'd never actually written a script. I've had like ideas and kind of like stuff out. I was always scared to. I think it's a bit like an ego thing. You don't want it to be bad. You don't want your first one to be bad.
Yeah.
Because you hear people who like write their first script and they like win an Oscar or whatever, and like young age, but like
I like 10.
but that's not gonna happen.
No.
It's never gonna happen. But
No.
yeah,
And I think that's actually a really important thing. Is kind of learning that
it doesn't.
you're not a bad
But
writer.
you should write bad things. That's like
Yeah.
part of becoming a good writer. I was hearing like Lee Mack's not a big like person, but he talks. He says, do you know Lee Mack? He's a comedian, and he said when he started writing jokes, he would write like 500 jokes on a page, and maybe 2 of them he'd use.
Yeah.
But he was getting out the bad ideas. And I
Yeah.
think that's a really good way of looking at it. In that your first screenplay might suck, and your second one might suck, and your 20th one might suck, but like you might have your 21st one might be really good.
Yeah, I think.
And
that's
like you just need to like leave your ego at the door and just get all the rubbish out.
That's very
and
hard.
then you channel, and then you channel the like, yeah, and it's quite a scary story to be to like with you.
I'm very attacked
That
right
was
now.
rude. Sorry.
No,
And
like
then and then get into the good stuff. And then
Yeah.
like on every screenplay there might be one thing that's good, like one line that's good in it, and then that's what you learn from
Yeah.
it. But like
And I think an important thing as well is I found working with like other people kind of at our level is also really helpful. So obviously we've got lecturers that we can like send our scripts to.
Yeah.
But also, I mean, we
doing
wrote
it
that
amongst
script
together.
together.
Yeah.
For our second
noir.
film last year, which
Yeah.
hopefully
And like the
will get made on
collaborative process, I think is really good.
Yeah.
I really I enjoyed that.
I
enjoyed that. Yeah.
So I've done another one with another writer, which we're working on at the moment, and we're looking to direct together. And it's like it's really nice to kind of
have someone to bounce ideas off and like tell you what's not a good idea and what's like.
Yeah.
I find it much more comfortable than just being on my own. Just like because like you're kind of
And I think
it takes a bit of the pressure off.
Yeah.
And you kind of
If you're always writing by yourself, you're not really learning that much because you're always just going to write what you want to write. And what I've found is I hate dialogue. I hate it so much with such a burning passion.
I know. When you read something and it's like all dialogue, it's just horrid.
I say that I've just written 6 pages of dialogue in the script I'm writing at the moment.
And it's horrid, but no.
Anyway, God, you're really going for me today. I'm not enjoying this, Tom.
Sorry.
We're not friends anymore.
I'm sorry.
Podcast
Tea's
cancelled.
cold now.
Anyway, so I hate dialogue and I really struggle like writing it. And the writer that I'm working with at the moment absolutely loves dialogue, and it's really helpful because we can both be like, you don't need that. So when I put fancy poetry because I'm
like,
a
that's rubbish.
sucker for like
a sexy line. You get like a
it just fills me with so much joy, and then when I get it back and there's a massive red line through it, I'm like, that's fair.
Because I think that's the difference between kind of the format of a screenplay compared to a book or like poetry. Is like a screen. I mean, it depends who you are. Like Taika Waititi, when he writes screenplays, is really like boy walks over the whatever. It's like not descriptive at all because he talks about like that's just because then you can allow like the production designers to run with whatever they want to do. You don't want to like restrict them too much. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. I feel like before I came to uni, I feel like I needed someone to be like, just have the confidence, just go and like write a script, because I didn't really have that until I was like, we like had to for our assignment, and I wish I'd done it a lot earlier.
And I think as well, like our first thing at uni was we had to kind of pitch it to everyone, didn't we? We had to go around and pitch
that was really, and like just that was something I was really glad I came to uni for. Was just like having to like. I wouldn't have just gone out of my way and done that if I hadn't gone to uni. But like, you have to pitch a film, you have to write a script, you have, just being kind of forced to do those things.
And you're also in a place with such like-minded people. Like no one's going to be like,
no, exactly. Everyone's in the same boat, and you can really give advice on each other.
Definitely.
And really do, So I just wish that I'd started writing scripts earlier, because it wasn't actually as hard as I thought it was going to be. And I was always worried about like formatting it right, like that kind of thing. But we took on that software. You can just get it for free. Yeah, so I use Fade-In. I use Fade-In as well. A lot of people. You don't need Final Cut. What's it called? Not Final Cut. Final Draft. First Draft. Final. We should probably look this up. A1. Give us a minute. People will say you need that. You don't need to pay for it. Fade-In is good enough. The only problem I have for writing your first script, Fade-In is absolutely. Especially if it's like shorter. The only problem I have with Fade-In at the moment is I write a lot. There are lots of words, and if you get past page 8, every so often, no, you can still write, but every so often it will come up with like a notification, like this notification will come up unless you pay. And that's all well and good until you're really like, and then you look up and half a chunk is just not there. So that's like Fade-In's free to download. Like I think you can pay for it for like. Yeah, you can. Some of it, but like the free download is good enough. Yeah. And we use that. And it teaches you to format. It's so easy. And it does it, and you like, it's pretty easy. It's really easy to use. You have like a list of 10 on the side. You'll have like a list of 10. So, for example, number 3 is character. Number 1 is kind of interior, exterior, like your scene.
and it'll just do that for you, and it'll remember what characters you have, it will remember what scenes you've had before, you can do your transitions after each scene, like it's so helpful.
So good.
And
it's perfect.
Formatting
it's just what you
such
need.
it's
just what you need to start.
Yeah. It's such a stressful thing, but when you know how to do it, which, well, you don't even really have to know how to do it. When you have a software that tells you how to do it, it's so good. Don't let it stop you.
Yeah.
I think that's the main moral of the story.
Yeah, because I was always worried about that, but like, it's easy to do. And now, like both of us, kind of right outside of any projects we're working on, we're always working on something.
Yeah.
And that's something which I really like. That's something that I kind of had the confidence to do coming to uni. It's just working on my own stuff, and like, it doesn't matter if it's bad or whatever. I can just like put come kind of do a project on my own.
Definitely. I think as well, like doing it outside of uni. So obviously at uni you have specific kind of boundaries you have to work within.
Yeah.
So for our first script, was it a 5 minute?
Was that 5 pages or 5 or 6 pages?
Yeah, it was 5 pages, and I mean, that's not overly restrictive, but like when you do your own projects, you have so much more freedom. So the project that I've just finished working on.
Oh yeah.
Well, one of the projects I've just finished working on was 16 pages in its 5th draft, which is like, sounds like a lot, but it's not that bad. Yeah. Like it gives you a lot more freedom when you kind of allow yourself to just let go and just kind of write everything, and you don't have to send it out to the world.
Yeah, no, yeah, and you can just like share it with a friend or like.
Yeah, like that's what I did. I shared it with. I think I shared it with you guys.
You did share me.
I shared it with my friend Paddy. Like, he really helped me. You guys really helped me, and it was just really nice.
It's just about being collaborative and about just sharing, like just talking about it.
Film is a shared project.
Yeah, it's
so
such a
don't let your
collaborative thing.
script be
just yours, and like just hide it away. You like have the confidence to just give it to your friend, and then
because it doesn't matter if they think it's bad.
And also, it's quite fun to be like, I really liked it, and you get compliments sometimes. Like I said, I like your one.
I know, and I got really
you were like, yay!
It just makes me really happy.
Yeah, no, it's
When Tom said he nearly cried, it made me really happy.
Oh, it's so sad. It's so sad.
I know. You should have seen the response to the one I was writing now last night. Like. It's a bit dramatic.
A bit heavy. Yeah, look out for that.
Yeah, have fun. But yeah, like I think.
And like coming up with ideas is something that I sort of struggled with, but yeah. So like for instance, I'm working on something where I like read a poem, and I was like just inspired by that, and like you can learn from watching films, watching short films. Watching short films is what we were kind of told to do really in script. They were like just watch short films and like come up with like 3-act structure and like.
What was that one with?
So what's the one about the puppy in the river?
No.
Do you remember that one?
No.
Super dark. I can't remember what it's called.
I blocked it out.
Yeah, no. It's
the one with the zombie, with his baby on his back.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it's so good.
It's really good. It's called the film. It's a Martin Freeman film.
Yeah, because it started off as that short, didn't it?
Yeah, and that's the thing. That's the thing about making, like writing short film scripts. Like you don't have to write a feature film script. So like for that film and for Whiplash. So Whiplash, they made a short film, and from that short film, they got funding to make the film Whiplash. Yeah. And it was the same with that one. I can't remember what it was called either.
No,
it will be above us.
Yeah, we'll find
This is the film. The short film's really good.
Watch it.
I haven't watched the whole film, but the short film's really good.
And I think
I really like that as well. And that just came from a really good idea that they just made, and then I think it's Netflix that like will make that into a feature film.
It was probably Netflix.
Put Martin Freeman in it.
We love Netflix. 3 animation feature length films every year.
That's so cool.
3, 6.
Isn't it 6 now? Yeah.
It's very exciting.
In 2022. Good effort, Netflix.
Please employ me.
That's a really good show as well that they did a couple of years ago with maybe David Fincher or Tim. It's called like Love, Sex and Robots or something like that.
Oh,
it's really good. It's really good animation.
I need to watch that.
It's a really good show.
I like what's the one that I was watching? The Midnight Gospel. It's like.
What is it, a series or is it a film?
It's a series, but it's like interviews with people, I think.
Right. Well, it's animated.
And it's animated, but in this kind of space, really strange sci-fi kind of vibes. And everything that's going on screen is very like out there compared to what you're talking about. You should definitely watch it.
I'll watch it.
It's what got me into meditation. I mean, never let my dad do meditation, but like it was, it's really good.
Yeah, nice. That's cool.
I mean, you can only watch one episode at a time because it's a bit what on earth is happening. But
also, something you can do for inspiration is this perfect segue is look at your pumpkin. It's Halloween soon, but not
mid-November.
when you're watching this. So we're gonna do
script club.
A script club, yay! Every 4 weeks, we're gonna do an episode dedicated to 3 scripts. So this month we're doing 28 Days Later by Alex Garland, The Empire Strikes Back by Lee Brackett and Lawrence Kasdan.
Oh, you know what? It's the perfect day.
And Reservoir Dogs. Oh my god, yeah! And Reservoir Dogs by the great Tarantino. That was perfect.
Just so good at
but we just think we're quite excited for this.
Yeah,
because
really
we love talking about films and stuff, and I think talking about reading a script. I'm also going to talk about the films, I think.
Yeah. So what we're gonna do, and feel free to join in. That's what we do. Like this is
send us your thoughts.
All social.
Yeah.
All
Social.
Social
Interactive.
Yeah.
Interactive.
It's like the episode of Black Mirror. Anyway.
Talk to me about Black Mirror,
So if you can get these online, can't you?
Yeah, you can read any script you can read online.
So if you want to read along, we'll do 3 a month, and then we're gonna watch the films as well, and then we're just gonna have a sit down, cozy time,
just talk about it. Just talk about them.
Yeah, just have a chat.
It's really fun. Yeah,
I'm really excited.
And just talk about. And I think we picked 3 quite different films.
Yeah.
And from quite famous writers who have different styles. Like Tarantino's got very distinctive style. Alex Garland, we love. I love Alex Garland.
Wait, these aren't all writer directors, are they?
Tarantino is no, they're not.
No, because there's apparently I don't really read that many screenplays, which is partly why we're doing.
That's why we're doing it. Oh yeah, and that's another thing we want to get back into, like reading scripts and stuff.
But there's a massive difference between reading something that's written by a writer director and written by a writer.
We're going to talk about that. Like the way Tarantino writes is very different to most people.
It's very specific, isn't it?
Yeah.
So yeah, it's really exciting.
Yeah, we're buzzing.
So every month, get your script game on.
Yeah.
Fun times.
So we're going to watch those films and read those scripts.
Yeah, and then we'll have when COVID allows, if not.
Oh yeah, we might get some guests on.
Animated
we get some guests on our animated guests. Oh yeah, that's a shout. Yeah.
So that would be fun.
Yeah.
And so if you have any thoughts on Script Club, any scripts you want to see us do, comment below. Find us
on our
Instagram,
socials,
and
our Instagrams.
We really want to hear from you guys.
Yeah, I'm a buzz. We're excited for this.
Yeah, we are.
It's gonna be
excited.
fun. Yeah, it's gonna be a fun thing. Cool.
Fun times.
Nice. That's a wrap.
That's a wrap.
Love it. Cool.